Just a black screen, right?
Did you want me to check? I didn't check.
Gilliard's pass incomplete. Brings up second down and 10.
I see something on the screen there, buddy.
All right. So they should be able to hear us.
Okay. All right. Welcome to Jim Gatta Stadium, home of the Moorhead Spuds and the summer home for your Fargo Invaders as they are having their second home game of the season here, taking on the Twin Cities Sabercats. Handoff out to the left and taken down in the backfield. Nicely done there by Jermaine Armstrong and Jameis Neal. A loss on the play by number 46, their starting running back, Marshall Campbell. Welcome again, folks, to Fire Network's continuing coverage of the Fargo Invaders and the Northern Elite Football League. Jay Stenman here alongside Matthew F1 Franco. And you know what, Matthew? It is not an Invaders broadcast unless we have a technical issue to start things off. So now that we got that out of the way.
Working so hard to make that not happen.
You are doing so well. Don't worry about it, bro.
Man, thank you so much. You're so kind.
Well, you know, you got to have patience when working with you. What can I say? So 3rd and long now, 3rd and 15 here in the first quarter. Just getting things underway. Quarterback rolling under pressure, being chased by Greg Clark. Is going to just keep it and run. Is going to be taken down at about the 37-yard line. So made something out of nothing, but I believe he's a yard short of the first down. So it'll be 4th and 1 for the Sabercats. And I believe that was their quarterback, number 10, if I'm not mistaken. Should be number 10, Malik Galliard is their starting quarterback today. So it does bring up 4th down, and, of course, clock is running with just past 13 and a half minutes here in the first quarter. Thanks for tuning in today. Kind of a shuffle to get everything done today, Franco, for not only you but for the team itself. This game got pushed up from 6 o'clock in the evening to 2 o'clock this afternoon due to a double booking of the field. So they're trying to go for it on 4th down, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. So the Invaders will start their first possession of the day inside Twin Cities Sabercats territory as the fake punt fooled no one. And the Invaders will start their first possession of the day at, I believe, the 35 or 36-yard line. Didn't quite see where they spotted that one. I don't know about you, Franco, but I don't know that I would have tried to any kind of trickeration and tried to go for it there against this Invaders defense. This Invader defense, even though they gave up 33 points last game to the Minneapolis Warriors, still played awfully well. So starting on the field for the Invaders, you got Nate Soto, number 19, 85 John Bonney, and number 9 Rod Stewart. Jameis Neal III starts at quarterback alongside Brandon Jones, the running back. Jeremy Peterson gets to start at tight end today. We'll get through that offensive line starting lineup here in a second. Jameis Neal, some time to throw. He's going to throw it out to John Bonney. Caught inside the 25, down to the 20, inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. And the referee doesn't agree with me, so he's going to put it at the 19. So I guess that ref and I will have words after the game, Franco. Try and get that cleaned up for you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so that's another first down. And if you need a first down quickly, get going to the quicker picker-upper. John Bonney himself, Ed Guyton, J.B. Lipscomb, Josh Vega, Don Martin, and Lucas Potter, your starters on the offensive line. Brandon Jones takes a handoff, tries to bounce it to the outside, and he's going to be taken down after a gain of about 3, it looks like, down to the 16. So 2nd and 7 for the Invaders. Just so you know, Franco, there's a big game that's a non-league game today. I don't know if you heard about it. The Minneapolis Warriors, who are leading the NEFL right now, are headed south to take on the defending national champion Kansas City Bulldogs this evening in a big matchup that has regional implications when it comes to that national championship title hunt. 2nd and 7, Jameis Neal back to pass. He's got some time. He's going to scramble. He's going to be taken down in the backfield. Sacked by number 96. Terrence Winston got him there. Just no one open. Loss of about 4 or 5 on that play. It'll be 3rd, and it looks like they're marking about 11 and a half. And I believe, You know what? The sun is not really cooperating so well, Franco, to tell how much time is left. I think we're at 11 and a half now on the clock here in the first quarter. So 3rd and 11 for the Invaders, just outside the 20-yard line of the Sabercats. Jameis Neal to pass. Runs out of time. He's going to scramble. He's got a lot of open grass. Thought about throwing it. Now he's going to run down the sideline. Makes a move. Another man missed. And inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line. Nicely done by Jameis Neal III. Trey Jameis running wild. And that's a first down for the Invaders. It'll be 1st and goal. Like to see that, be able to make something out of nothing there. I thought he was going to probably take off sooner than he did, Franco, but regardless, still picks up the first down on a 3rd and long. So 1st and goal for the Invaders. Hand off to Brandon Jones, running left. He's going to try and bounce it to the outside. Stiff arms a man. He gets pushed out of bounds. No gain on the play.
Out of bounds at the 6.
Kept waiting for Jones to just put that foot in the ground and cut back against the rush of the defense there, kind of angling towards him. So no gain on the play, 2nd down. And goal for the Invaders on their opening possession of the day. Trying to get things going early, which they've struggled to do the last 2 games. Just want to find some consistency, and Jameis Neal III provided that last game against the Warriors. Pressure, he's going to scramble. He's got some time. He's going to try and juke, and he'll get inside the 2-yard line. John Bonney was available in the back corner there. Tried to raise his arms, showing Jameis that he was available. So that'll bring up 3rd and goal now. Excuse me, that's the 3-yard line, I believe, not the 2. I forget where that hash mark is, Franco.
I'm sorry I'm not much help to you right now.
That's okay. Just as long as you nod and acknowledge that I'm talking to you, that's all that matters.
I hear you.
I just need someone to listen. That's why I talk to myself in a booth. Jumbo formation for the Invaders. Handoff up the middle of Clyde Bryant, and he's going to be stopped short of the goal line, down to about the 1. And the big man, once he gets rumbling, just needs a little bit more space, so 4th and goal. And they're going to put him back. They're saying he barely got anything on that play, and I think he was closer to the 1-yard line. They've got him marked down at the 2. So we'll see what Coach Zach Stitch calls here. I wouldn't be opposed to having a little play action right here with all those Sabercat defenders packed in tight. Jameis Neal will loft that ball to Soto, too high and out of bounds. So Invaders start the drive inside Sabercats territory. Got nothing to show for it. However, the Sabercats will be backed up just outside their own end zone, 1st and 10 from their own 2. So did not quite work out quite the way we had hoped to. It was awfully close. I thought that play to Clyde Bryant was going to get him in the end zone, Franco.
And there you go thinking again.
I know.
All right, let's see if I can get this thing working. What is that, 8:34 on the clock?
Something like that. Yeah, I got to update it. Yep, 8:34 on the clock here in the first quarter. 0-0 is your score. Fargo Invaders once again inside the red zone, unable to come up with a touchdown. Tried to go for the touchdown on 4th and short as opposed to bringing out kicker Lazante here, who is back in attendance and healthy today. So this gives the defense, though, an opportunity to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback here, who will be taking the snap in his own end zone. So number 10, their quarterback, once again, Galliard in the backfield along with Campbell. And we've got some motion. We'll see what the call is, who it is. They're going to be false start on the Sabercats. So that'll back them half the distance to the goal line. So they'll start 1st and 11 at their own 1. So this is a situation, though, the Fargo Invaders defense needs to be disciplined. You don't want to give them a free 5 yards. But you want to put pressure on them, force them to make a quick decision, or just hand it off. Coincidentally, the last time we had a game here in Moorhead, Franco, their first 2 points came on a safety. So we'll see if they can do it again this time. Snap, tries to get a pass, going to scramble up the middle, gets the pass off, completed to Campbell. Somehow able to come up with that, still rumbling. and he'll be taken down out of the 15-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down for the Sabercats.
Caught at the 19. Result
So nice
down for the Sabercats.
mobility there shown by Gilliard, who was able to escape out of the end zone and avoid the safety. Ooh, we got a scoreboard.
Got a scoreboard.
So 1st and 10 for the Sabercats now at their own 15. 4 wide receivers set for the Sabercats. Gilliard back to pass, right through the hands of his receiver. Pass intended for number 84. Should be Darren Stegner. And I tell you what, folks, the first football game I ever called was these very same Twin Cities Sabercats coming to play the Fargo Invaders in the 2016 NSFL playoffs. And I tell you what, unless you got your binoculars, trying to read the numbers on these player jerseys is a little difficult for the Sabercats. That blue with that charcoal gray numbers. Handoff this time to Campbell, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield, but he'll fall forward, and he'll lose about not even a half a yard there. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. It's a bit brisk in here, isn't it, Franco? Got to put your jacket back on.
It is.
So 3rd and long, Invaders once again going to try and force a 3 and out. Or does last possession count as a 4 and out since they went for it?
I don't have any. Yeah, I would guess so.
Okay, just want to make sure. I don't want to use the wrong terminology.
Well, I'm back now. I think we got the scoreboard up.
Timeout taken by the Sabercats.
7:07 on the clock. I will try to keep this updated.
Perfect. So supporting our Fargo Invaders this year and helping support these broadcasts, one of our lead sponsors and boosters once again this year is Moorhead Massage and Wellness Center. It's their mission to work with folks who are on a healing journey and want to stay on track with their balanced life. They also want those who are financially strapped to have access to the care they need. Because of this, they offer a different kind of pricing scale. For therapeutic massage, intuitive massage, access bars, and energetic balancing and positional release, please talk to none other than Mr. Matthew Franco at Moorhead Massage and Wellness. Thank you again to them for helping make this possible, especially Matthew because he brought all the stuff. You going to update my roster there? Oh, okay. Quick pass this time to the Sabercats on 3rd down. Just need to make a tackle by the Invaders. And they do. They'll gain about 4 on that play, but that's not going to be enough for a first down. So it'll be 4th and 6 for the Invaders, or excuse me, for the Sabercats. Going to have to punt this one away to the Invaders. And we'll see who's going to be back to return this because, as you know, special teams in semi-pro football is quite an adventure, and the officials stopped the clock once again for something. Really? We're in the midway through the first quarter, and they've taken their second timeout. I'll say this, Franco, that doesn't seem like the best strategy.
All I know is I'm trying to get the scoreboard to work.
I know. So second timeout taken already here in the first half. I can't see their timeouts. I don't think they have that on the scoreboard here. But that's the second called timeout to the Sabercats halfway through the first quarter. So back to punt for the Sabercats is should be Galliard himself, number 10. And back deep to return this punt is Jermaine Armstrong. And Derek, now we got to take a timeout. Special teams are an adventure, Franco, just because no one can ever remember if they're on the special teams, if they're not on the special teams. It rotates depends who shows up at practice, who shows up at games, et cetera, et cetera. It's probably the least pretty of all of the parts of semi-pro football. So another timeout, just what we were hoping for in the broadcast booth. Dr. Travis Helmers at Health Source of North Fargo. Their care team is ready to show you what great chiropractic care can do for you and your family. They use a combination of chiropractic techniques, progressive rehabilitation, and other therapies to meet your unique health needs. Discover why hundreds of people in North Fargo Come to them for safe, effective pain relief and overall wellness. That's Health Source of North Fargo. Galliard on the punt gets a nice end-over-end kick. It's going to trail out of bounds, though. We'll see where the referee marks it. And he's going to stop. Keeps going, keep going. That's fine, keep going. He's going to mark it down at the 43-yard line of the Sabercats. So another possession for the Invaders starting in Sabercat territory. But I tell you what, Franco, if they're going to keep getting that type of field position, they need to take advantage of it and get this offense clicking.
Absolutely.
And I know it's one of your favorite topics, but the running game. If we get a running game going, that can open up a lot of things, even if that's something as simple as quarterback runs. So Jameis Neal, the third out there, looks like he's joined by, can't tell if that's Siegler, probably Shane Siegler or Tim Devaney. Quick pass out to John Bonney. He's going to run by one defender, spun down by another, and that's going to be a gain, I believe, of about 7 yards, maybe 6. But John Bonney making everything happen there. So second down for the Invaders at 37-yard line of the Sabercats. So we should be 2nd and 4, I believe. 4 wide receiver set once again. Handoff up the middle to Siegler running hard. He's going to get inside the 35-yard line. So he's going to gain a couple. It'll be 3rd and short now. 3rd and about 1.5 yards. We call that a long 1, Franco, or a short 2? Pick your poison.
Short 2.
Nobody can hear you.
I want to drink some water.
Okay, well, your microphone's not on. So they're just hearing your second hand from me. They'll have no idea how close we're actually standing.
You need to choose better times when you're talking to me.
You need to just pay attention to me all the time.
I just got everything running. I will try to keep the time updated, guys, but it's giving me some trouble.
Pass out complete down the sideline, and that is the backup quarterback, Dev Alger, on the catch. Nicely done by Dev Alger. He started a couple games. He started the first 3 games of the season at quarterback. But when Jameis Neal plays the way he did last game at the Minneapolis Warriors in Woodbury, you know, you got to find a way to get your players on the field.
That's right.
And, you know, there's only one quarterback at a time. So Dev's like, yeah, I can take some snaps at wide receiver. So he goes out there, makes a big catch for the first down inside the red zone, setting up another 1st and goal for the Invaders. So Stewart and Soto wide left. John Bonney wide right. Sigler in the backfield. Dev Alger in the slot closest. Jameis Neal's got plenty of time and plenty of room. She's going to run. She's going to juke a man. Get in the end zone. Touchdown. Trey Jameis. Touchdown, Fargo. You betcha. Put 6 on the board for the Invaders here. And with, what's that say, 4:37 on the clock, your score, Fargo 6, Twin Cities nothing, as we will get the long extra point attempt as the league has adopted the NFL rule of taking the extra points from the 15-yard line. It would help if our center, Josh Vega, would realize that. He was talking to a Sabercats player, and everybody's moving back, and he's still having a conversation. Congratulations once again to Josh on his marriage. So Lazante here, an extra point, a 32-yard attempt. Low snap taken by Newberry, and that's not going to get anywhere. And so no good. Didn't even get a chance to attempt that one. So 6-0, your score remains. Time for us to mention another sponsor, Wear Repair. Wear Repair is Fargo's newest and fastest growing repair store. They are family owned and they care about your devices and want to make sure that you're satisfied as a customer. They understand that most customers are in a hurry and they value your time and they want to get you in and out as quickly as they can. So they bring in your device and you'll often get same-day service with the best service in town. At Wear Repair, they do computer repair and phone repair. However, they do so much more. They work on all kinds of devices and even work on home networks. They can even come to your home to service your device. And if you have a small business and need IT service, then look no further than Wear Repair. So thanks again to Wear Repair for being another multi-year sponsor of the Fargo Invaders. So 6-0 is your score with 4:31 on the clock. I don't know. Is that they need to turn the brightness up on that game clock over there, Franco.
I agree.
I can't hardly see
It's
what it
making
says.
it very hard for me.
Don't say that. To here with the kick, end over end kick. Going to be taken by the deep man. It's going to roll all the way back inside the 5, taken by number 2. And he's going to be taken down inside the 15-yard line. Number 2 is Angelo Martin. So he takes the ball back out just about to the 15-yard line. So they'll start their next offensive possession where they've gotten a few yards, but not much. We got to thank our PA announcer here. He's doing double duty today. He's going to be here for this game. He's going to have to cut out a bit early because he's the PA announcer for the Fargo Force. We're hosting Game 4 of the USHL's Clark Cup Championship tonight.
Let's not talk about last night.
Yeah, that's a sore subject, to say the least. So it looks like so far through the first 2 drives, the Sabercats have gotten about 25 net yards in offense. Just 1 first down. So Galliard back to pass, looking. He's got some time. He's going to throw it out to his left. He's got a man caught. It'll be enough for a first down. And that pass is completed out to number 20. 20 is Kamari Suggs-Morgan. So nice catch and run by him. Gets him down the field, enough for a first down. Moves the chains out to about the 25, 26-yard line. I think they give him the 26. So next week, no game. The league is taking the Memorial Day weekend off. And so the next game for the Fargo Invaders will be a June 5th matchup down in St. Paul. And I don't know how you want to term this, but per the request of St. Paul Pioneers, there will be no stream of that game on Fire Network or others.
Which kind of works for us because
you're going to be gone. But
I'm going to be in New York State, so
I'll try and give some updates. Galliard under pressure is going to scramble, and he's going to be taken down by, I believe that was Derek Alexander. Alexander getting into the flow of the game there. And I believe today with Quinn Redmond and Vinny Holmes starting at safeties, Alexander is starting at linebacker today. As Dominic Gussian is limping off. So number 95, I believe that should be Greg Stem coming on the field. So your D-line out there right now is Greg Stem, Antoine Phillips, Cornelius Wallow, and Jared Big Ten Miller. Starting the linebackers today were Jermaine Armstrong, Derek Alexander, and Jameis Neal, the second, or I guess that's Jameis Neal Jr. Galliard back to pass, got some time. Pump fakes, changes his mind, he's going to flip it over his running back. Could not connect there. Pass was intended to Trey Walker. So it'll be 3rd and about 12 for the Sabercats, trying to get something going. Got a couple plays for a couple first downs today, but just not really getting anything consistently. And if you're an Invaders fan, like we are, like some people don't really understand, the Fire Network is the home of the Fargo Invaders, not just the NEFL, but the Fargo Invaders. So we're pro Invaders here.
Right. It's like we're Bob Papa and Carl Banks for the New York Giants. I mean,
man, I knew there should have been a Giants reference coming. Man. 4 wide receivers set for Galliard. Under pressure this time by Phillips. Hands up, passes off the fingertips and through the hands of his receiver, number 4, once again. And 84 is Stegner. So 4th and long, nice pressure applied there by the Invaders' defensive line. Just waiting, in a sense, to see what Cornelius Wallow does today.
He's been hungry this year.
Oof, this is a bad, bad man, I tell you what.
He's a big, big man.
Let me tell you what, if you get a flat tire, you can just let him lift up the side of your car and you can change your tire. You don't need no tire jack or anything like that. So back again to punt is Galliard. Gets the kick away, spiraling kick this time. It's going to hit down, and Armstrong's going to try and pick this one up, bobbles it a bit, and then gets a hold of it and tries to break a tackle. So for the first time today, the Invaders will start their next possession inside their own territory at the 36-yard line.
It's been a little bit of a Achilles heel for us this year, being able to
Field to punt.
field the pump.
Yep.
And going back to what you were talking about with special teams, it's just really hard to make them run on all cylinders, right?
Exactly. So, as I was told today by the Sabercats coaching staff, we'll go through starters here as the Invaders are already up to the line of scrimmage. Jameis Neal III back out, starting at quarterback once again. Same through wide receivers, Soto, Bonnie, and Stewart. Tight end Steve Peterson. Quick pass out to John Bonnie, gets the catch. Got a lot of company there. He's going to just put his arm down and drive forward. He's going to be out of bounds. I believe they're going to mark him all the way out to the 40-yard line.
What a great adjustment he made.
Yeah.
Turn around, turn the loss of a play or an incompletion into a gain.
So starting defense today was Angelo Martin, number 2, number 5, J.T. Miles, number 15, Robert Hall, number 24, Montre Brown, number 28, Latrell Christopher, number 87, Marquez Sherman, number 40, Alex Reiser, number 96, Terrence Winston, number 97, Jimmy Vang, and I think that's everybody on the defense. Handoff this time. Nice run there. I can't see who got the carry. And that was number 28. That should be Tim Devaney, I believe. That is. So Tim Devaney's first carry of the day. Comes up a little, limping a little bit, but Brandon Jones will replace him. Probably just a little bit of a stinger there. Should be all right.
Is he a Justin Tuck face mask?
Probably. We only got so many orange face masks on this team. So it looks like he's just favoring that ankle a bit. So 3rd and short now for the Invaders. Trying to pick this one up, keep the drive going. Here as we get to the ending of this first quarter, under a minute to go. James Neal looking to his left. Going to step up in the pocket. Got a lot of room. He's going to throw it, but he's got John Bonnie deep, and he overthrows him.
Had him.
He had him there in stride. Nobody near him. And Jameis Neal III, on top of that, could have easily ran for the first down as well. I don't know if he realized he had enough time where he could have actually stopped, planted his feet, and then made that throw. It would have been maybe a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, but I mean, that was a pretty appetizing couple steps he had on him.
I thought he was going to run for about 10 yards on the first down. I was excited for that. When he threw it, I saw John Bonnie wide open. Oh. So Invaders set to punt this one away with Lazan Tahir back to punt.
We got to like that he's keeping his eyes downfield.
Mm-hmm. Low snap to Tahir. Still got enough time to get the kick away. High kick. Should be favorable roll for the Invaders. Inside and out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Nice kick, Lazan.
So welcome back, Lazan Tahir. I tell you what, not being able to have a field goal kicker, especially in that opener out at Rapid City, it's certainly nice to have him back. So the Invaders defense today started with, I believe it was Travis Williams came in place of Josh Gatling to start. We had number 7, Dominic Gussian, number 8, Jermaine Armstrong, number 21, Jameis Neal, number 22, Jordan Perkins, number 16, Travis Williams, number 25, Vinny Holmes, number 30, Quinn Redmond, number 35, Derek Alexander, number 44, Jared Miller, number 56, Cornelius Wallow, and number 58, Greg Clark. And eventually I'll get to the offensive starters on both sides of the ball. Yeah, so with 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gallard fakes, is going to give the handoff to Campbell. He's going to rumble forward. He's going to gain a couple there. They're going to give him, it looks like, about 3 on that. So 2nd and 7 for the Sabercats as we take probably our first quarter break, I would guess. Nope. Get an extra 10 seconds because I can't see the numbers on the clock very well.
That's 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the quarter.
So end of the first quarter, your Fargo Invaders lead 6-0 over the visiting Twin City Sabercats. A lot of positives to see here in the first quarter for the Invaders, but still not able to capitalize on everything that they've had in front of them. Had a 4th and goal not go our way, and we had missed a wide open John Bonnie streaking down the field that would have been a for sure 6. So to some extent, Franco, it could be, well, I guess if you're not making any extra points these days, it could be 18-0 right now by the end of the first half. But positive, though, out of that first quarter, no turnovers.
Yes.
Invaders have averaged probably 4 1/3 turnovers per game so far this year, and they had no turnovers in the first quarter. So that's, something to take positive out of that first quarter.
It's awful breezy in here for no windows being open.
Well, that's because we got the roof open.
Oh, is that it?
Probably. It's all right. Keeps everything cool up here, bro.
I guess so. Thank you.
Awesome. They're laminated now. Should keep an extra one of these in your pocket at all times.
I know, right?
Make copies
I
of
might
it.
actually give that to you. Just hold on to. Thank you.
So 2nd and 6 as we get going.
We have a special helper in the booth today. My father is here from New York. We are actually
Related?
lucky we're related.
I didn't know where you're going with that one.
We were at a dance recital earlier. We were able to skip over here.
And I want to say I look great in my tutu.
You okay?
Yep. Hand off to Campbell once again, and he's going to fall forward and gain maybe a yard. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't the feature of the dance recital. It was your daughter, I guess.
It's true.
I guess she can dance better than I can.
And we have a full day tomorrow of dance recitals, and we've got guests in town, and hope everybody's watching. Hello, family.
Mm-hmm. They better, otherwise, what's up? So 3rd, and it looks like 5 right now for the for the Sabercats. Excuse me. Invaders trying to force another punt by the Sabercats. Galliard drops back, quick pass, got a man open in the flat. Jameis Neal unable to make the tackle, but he stepped out of bounds. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 24.5-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. So obviously not allowing anything deep there, but still enough room for him to make the catch and make a move to get that first down. I have too many things open here, Franco, on my
You do.
iPad.
I do too.
Trying to be able to see what's going on because it's nice to have the stream going up in the booth because then it's almost like a replay.
Oh my! I'm just seeing. Is that Will Johnson?
Yeah, I think
I can't tell
he
because
was going to shave. Yeah,
he shaved.
Galliard pass behind his receiver trying on a slant pattern. All right, trying to get caught up on our feet here. Oh, I'm live. Clock running on the scoreboard there. 13:32 on the clock. Here in the second quarter. Sabercats offense just getting a few yards here and there, but not a lot going for them so far. So 2nd down. No, I can't be right. Is it a first down? No, 2nd down. Galliard under pressure is going to throw this man. He's got a man open and through his hands. A little mix up on the coverage there. Vinny Holmes getting back on his horse and getting over there. But had the receiver been able to catch that one, that could have been some problems there. That was number 22 that was open. And I don't think that was Will Stoudemire. I'll have to double check to see who that was. I don't have an up-to-date roster. I'm sure Pesnick will get that going, though. On the stats, if you want to know what live stats for each member of both teams has, you can go to the northernelitefootball.com and click on the game in progress, and you'll be able to see all the live stats there. So 3rd and 10 for the Sabercats. They've had some drops and some misses by their receivers that could have been big plays. 4 wide receiver set once again for Galliard. Got some time under pressure. I was going to step up, pump fakes. Going to throw this one deep, and that's going to be in and out of the hands of Jordan Perkins. Almost comes up with the interception. Pass intended for number 14. Or was that 84? Oh, there's 14 out there. I tell you what, these are not good jerseys to use for play-by-play.
I think I've heard you say that about 13 times already today. Maybe I should keep a tally.
You should. So back deep once again will be Jermaine Armstrong to try and catch this punt.
If they had done white numbers, that would have worked
Yes.
with these jerseys.
Yep. Or at least a different color outline, because obviously that was the reason why the Invaders went with the white outline on their numbers with the
Right.
gray. High snap to the punter. going to get it away, kind of off the side of his foot. Going to go out of bounds, no return this time. And we'll see where he marks out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the Invaders. That's where they'll start their next offensive possession. So we want to thank, once again, another one of our sponsors as we go through our list. Thrivent Financial. At Thrivent Financial, they believe money is a tool, not a goal, and they are driven by a higher purpose at their core. They are committed to providing financial advice, investments, insurance, banking, and generosity programs to help people make the most of all they've been given. So at their heart, they're a membership-owned fraternal organization as well as a holistic financial services organization, and they're dedicated to serving the unique needs of their clients. Pass over the middle, just out on the side to John Bonney, who's going to get it all the way out to, I think, the 42-yard line of the Sabercats. That'll be enough for Fargo Invaders first down. So once again, thanks to Thrivent Financial. Contact them for all your financial planning needs. And thank you to Thrivent Financial for sponsoring Fargo Invaders football. So 1st and 10 for the Invaders. Bonney and Soto wide left. Stewart and Alger wide right. Jameis Neal III at quarterback. Hand off to Brandon Jones up the middle. Had some room and then got wrestled down. And he'll gain 2. Looked like he was just as he was going to stop and cut. Someone basically tried to tackle him by grabbing the ball and him at the same time.
I was just going to say, I'd like to see Soto get into this game a little bit more. We've seen a lot of bounty.
Well, if you're open, you're open.
Fair enough.
But Soto has raised some eyebrows, at least my eyebrows, although they're hard to see. But Jameis Neal with plenty of time this time. Now under some pressure. Pressured by Yang. He's going to throw this one deep to John Bonney. It's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete. Jameis Neal III had plenty of time there. But just as he was getting ready to plant and throw that, then he had pressure off the outside for number 97, Jimmy Vang. Almost said Yang. Do you know what Jimmy's real first name is?
I don't.
Muhabangsu. But it's not spelled phonetically. There's a double E in there. I don't know. I'm so glad they told me how to say it. So 3rd and 8 for the Invaders. Jameis Neal III runs into his own guy. He's going to run to his right. He's got some open grass.
Got room.
He's going to run to the outside, down to the 35, down to the 30, and out of bounds. That'll be enough for a Fargo Invaders first down. I like you said, Matthew, he's got his eyes downfield, and he's continuing to try and look for the play downfield. But, you know, doggone, he's got some open lanes to run. And like I said, I've told this to the fans before. I wish you could have seen the run he had out in Rapid City, because that was, you know, truck stick, juke stick, spin move, hurdle, everything. Oh, I'm just checking out the chat room there. Run up the middle by Brandon Jones, and he hurdles a player inside the 15-yard line. Enough for Invaders first down. Biggest run probably by Invaders running back this season. Although Brandon Jones did have a 14-yard touchdown run out in Rapid City. Just a little draw counter up the middle. A lot of room there. So inside the red zone once again for the Invaders. So I believe this is our 3rd trip inside the red zone. 1 for 2 today. With a touchdown run by Jameis Neal III. 4 wide receivers set once again. Neal back to pass. Got plenty of time. He's going to throw it out to the corner. He's got Rod Stewart. Caught. Touchdown, Fargo. You betcha. Nice route and nice throw from Jameis Neal III to Rod Stewart. And so that makes it 12-0 Fargo with 10:15 on the clock here in the second quarter.
Stewart, receiver of that touchdown pass from Neal.
So it looks like the Invaders will go for 2 now. I don't know. I mean, semi-pro football is different than the NFL, Franco, but there's part of me that I still kind of prefer the college rule for the extra point, having that close. It kind of feels like you're taking away an effective kicker because a 32-yard extra point, a lot of times in semi-pro football, that's not easy. So 4 wide receivers set for Neal. Plenty of time, scrambles, throws, caught. And that is caught by John Bonney.
That's successful.
And so the 2-point conversion is good. That makes your score 14-0 in favor of the Fargo Invaders.
And that was just the offensive line did its job and allowed Bonnie to get open. I mean, they had shut all of our wide receivers down there.
Yeah, Jameis Neal was kind of rolling to his left, kind of avoiding that pressure a little bit. But I think the biggest thing, though, is that Jameis had plenty of time there in the backfield to make the right read and found, one of his big targets there, John Bonney, just run the right route and just sat down in that zone. And didn't get picked up by anybody and completes the pass for the 2-point conversion, making it a 2-score game. Not that it wasn't before at 12-0, but still, 14 looks better.
It does look better.
That's kind of a
it looks more like football.
It's football number, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So 14-0 is your score here in the second quarter.
Here's something we haven't talked about. How do you feel about the 17-game NFL schedule?
I hate the 17.
I know.
It's just
It
that's
hurts
not
you.
right. NFL football should be an even number, unless you're going to have like a 5-game, like groups of 5, like a 5 or 10 or 15, 20 maybe, but 17.
Would it have looked better at 18?
I
maybe?
would, mathematically or whatever you want to say, yes, 18 would look great. 18 and 2 preseason games as opposed to 17 and 3. Oh my goodness!
And I'm sure the players' piggy bank would like that too.
Absolutely, but I'm like 17. That doesn't.
Yeah, 17 is rough.
I mean, at least when it was 16, you could say, well, baseball plays 10 times as many games. Now,
Right, the math just
17,
doesn't.
the math
yeah,
doesn't work for
it just
me.
doesn't work.
I mean, I want it divided by 2 so you get home and home or home and away. You might say. Now you got like this year the NFC teams are on the road against an AFC team, and then next year it flips. It's just crazy. Tahir with the kick. He's going to pooch this one. It's going to hit down inside the 30 and bounce. It's a live ball. Someone's got to come up with it. And the Sabercats finally get on it. Nice kick by Lazan Tahir. Placed it, and with that spin, it just kind of hooked and just rolled there. So they had to jump on it and get it at their own 26-yard line.
It's cold today. I wonder if Lazan is still not 100% and they're just kind of saving him a little bit. No?
No, that's something that's been worked on.
They've been working on that?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't want to give away too many secrets, because
You
I'm
better
at
not.
practice.
Yeah. Well, then that was executed perfectly then.
It was. That's why I was so impressed. We do want to say that Constant Jackson is not out there today. He's kind of nursing a sore hamstring. But you know what? Dev Alger said, I'll play some wide receiver. He's got a catch so far today. He's making some things happen out there. And there's always the possibility, what happens if you do a double pass? Get a pass, a lateral out to Alger, and he could turn around and throw it downfield to Bonnie or Soto. You never know what could happen. That's another wrinkle.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Sabercats at their own 26-yard line. Galliard handoff to Campbell. He's going to bounce. No, excuse me, that's number 1, Trey. He's going to rumble his way down the sideline, and that's going to be enough for his first down. Trey Walker, what a nice run by him. Looked like he was going to be bottled up for a loss in the backfield. He changes direction, gets to the outside, and gets enough for a first down.
I'm not used to this running the game clock anymore.
I know.
This is our first game back with the game clock, so sorry about that, guys.
That's all right.
I'll get better as the game goes on.
So 1st and 10 after a gain of it looks like about 15 for the Sabercats. So 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Don't break anything over there. Quarterback under pressure, pump fake, and then he's going to be taken down for a loss. Probably should have just tried to take off and run. And Dominic Gussian with the tackle. Joined by who else? Cornelius Wallow. Look at that man get up in the celebration there. That's just so scary. If people didn't check out our first game of the season, one of the pictures that the Fargo Invaders used, I've used it when I promoted a broadcast, which I didn't do this week, was Cornelius Wallow literally launching himself over one of the Mindak Titans running backs to get to Trevor Taylor for the sack. And that is just a scary, scary sight when a 300-plus pound man can jump over your running back to get to you. That's not going to end well for anybody. So loss of 3 on that play. 2nd and 13 for the Sabercats. Galliard's going to try and throw this one quick. Now he's under pressure by Wallow and Greg Clark. And he's going to complete the pass out to the outside to number 20. And they are going to say he did get his feet in. So Suggs Morgan with the catch all the way down to the Invaders' 38-yard line. Perkins looked like he was talking to the referee. Didn't think he got his feet in. But he did. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Sabercats. Yeah, what a difference in a day makes as far as the temperature goes. It says it's 55 degrees here today. It was over 85 yesterday. 30-degree change from one day to the next.
I don't know if you saw, but it was snowing in Winnipeg.
Today?
Which is yesterday when it was
Oh, yeah?
85.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right?
Because Winnipeg is about 3 hours north of here for those that are tuning in from across the country. So 4 wide receiver set once again. Handoff. So Trey Walker once again. This time he's not going to escape.
Derek Alexander.
Derek Alexander wraps him up. And that'll be a loss of, looks like about 4. Back to the 43-yard line. So 2nd and 14, excuse me. I had to get the calculator out for that one. That's why I hesitated. I forgot to carry the 1. Subtract by pi.
I don't think you can do math that way anymore, right?
Probably not. If I've got 10 apples and you've got 7 apples, how many apples does your dad have? That doesn't even make sense. How about them apples? So trips to the left this time for the Sabercats. Galliard under pressure that time by Clark. Going to throw this one deep. Perkins there, overthrew his man. Receiver got behind the defender. That was number 14. Dejon Davis got behind Perkins, but unable to connect. So the Invaders gotten lucky a little bit here today with a couple of receivers that were able to get behind the defense, but the quarterback under pressure was unable to connect. So 3rd and long, we'll see if the Invaders can come up with another stop here. But, Franco, the question would be, are the Sabercats getting into that zone where no matter what happens on this play, they're probably going to go for it on 4th down? I mean, if you stay right here, it's a good opportunity to punt and try and pin the Invaders back. But at the same time, if you get 8 yards and get to about the 35, inside the 35, you might consider going for it. Trips to the left once again. Galliard under pressure. Wallow after him. Changes direction. Big Ten Miller's after him. He's going to just throw this one away. And that'll get out of bounds. He's out of the pocket. It got past the line of scrimmage, so that'll be just an incomplete pass. That'll bring up 4th and long now. Nicely done by the Invaders' defensive line. Everybody back there trying to get in on the sack. Couldn't quite come up with it. So it'll be 4th down. We'll see what's. Oh, referee's just signaling who's eligible there, or ineligible, vice versa.
4th down at the 43.
So 4th down at the 43, and it looks like they are going to go for it. So they were going to go for it regardless. So 4 wide receiver set, 2 to each side this time for Galliard. Campbell in the backfield with him. Galliard looking to pass, has some time, now he's getting some pressure. He's going to chuck this one deep down the field, and pass is broken up. Quinn Redmond and Jordan Perkins were down there. And, you know, as much as the defense would have liked to have picked that one off, it's better to let that one go because the field position is a big
And it looked like he just knocked it down.
Exactly. I think it crossed his mind to try and pick that one, but you know what? Would you
you
rather have
realize-
the ball at the 20-yard line or at the 43?
I think the 43, but that's just me, you know.
Well, you never know. Sometimes they might think they could actually pick it off and return it as well. So another nice defensive stop.
And I would
the
take
Invaders.
that.
Yeah. So the Invaders leading 14-0 with 6:19 on the clock here in the second quarter. Cruising along here in this first half. Jameis Neal III with some time. He's going to step up. He's going to get hit from behind. And the ball comes out. It looked like it was a forward pass, like he kind of threw it underhanded.
And that's what they're signaling.
And Jameis had some time there, but he didn't quite sense that pressure coming. I believe that was, trying to see on the replay there, who that was applying the pressure is a single-digit number. I think they came on the blitz there. It could have been JT Miles. I'm not sure. But that was an opportunity there. I think that that Jameis Neal III probably could have actually tucked that one and run had he had sensed that pressure coming from behind and been able to get a few yards out of that. Trips to the left this time for Neal after the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Neal's going to hand this one off to Sigler up the middle. Nice run. And he's going to get all the way up to the 50-yard line for a 3rd and manageable now, 3rd and 3. So at the 50-yard line, they'll need to get to the Sabercats' 47-yard line for the first down.
See, and this is where I'd like them to just, another run, get first down, and then run the clock down to about a minute left or 30 seconds left in the half and score a touchdown.
We got 5.5, so we got plenty of time.
I'm saying I want them to run the ball and clock management. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's say that. So 3rd and short for the Invaders. 2 wide receivers at each side. Looked like there should have been some type of
laundry
flag.
on the field, but
Nothing.
They did not take my advice, and they threw the ball and stopped the clock.
I don't know if I could watch the replay here or the delay on the feed. It looked like the offensive line was expecting to get a flag on that one, but the ball got snapped, and the offensive line was a delayed kind of blocking there. And so nobody moved quick enough, and Jameis could make something happen there. So it brings up 4th down and some confusion as to who's on and who's off on the punt coverage. So I think we got everybody set now for Tahir to punt this one away as he counts. One of the most exciting parts of football is counting. Make sure you have enough teammates on special teams. It's an underrated trait to have a player that can count the number of players. Tahir kicks this one off the side of his foot a little bit, but it's going to take a nice roll. And the Invaders are going to down inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So next possession will start inside the 20-yard line for the Sabercats. A new sponsor this year is Intrepid Tech. They were founded to make technology less daunting. They do that by promoting strong relationships and being your technical experts and promoting a positive environment for their employees. They keep IT simple so you can do what you do best. They're so confident you'll want to keep working with them that they don't lock you into a long-term contract. By going month to month, they want to keep earning your trust every month. That's Intrepid Tech. And I believe they are located in Fargo, North Dakota. Since I don't have a read for them, don't forget to check out Novelty Construction. If you've got different novelty items that need to be put together and assembled at your home, please contact Novelty Construction. That's what it means, right?
I'm not exactly sure, but
it sounds right, right?
It sounds right.
No.
I'm guessing they do a little bit more than novelty
Probably.
stuff. But
Novelty Construction. I'll check those guys out of Fergus Falls, Minnesota. So 1st and 10 for the Sabercats. Quarterback run this time. Nowhere to go. And the Invaders are just there just trying to fight each other off to try and see who gets a chance to make the tackle. I think somebody's pushing one of our own teammates out of the way to try and get that tackle. So a tackle for a loss on that play. It'll be 2nd and 12, I think. And I think that was Jared Miller pushing down the Sabercats offensive lineman, trying to push him into his own player to make the tackle kind of indirectly.
it works.
Hey, whatever works, you know.
You got to improvise out there sometimes.
So they're saying it's a loss of 3. So 2nd and 13 for the Sabercats at their own 11-yard line. Quarterback with plenty of time to throw is going to throw this one out deep, going to try and beat Quinn Redmond and overthrows his receiver. He's got a nice, in a sense, Franco Malik Galliard's got a nice deep ball, but he's unable to connect. I mean, the pass itself, theoretically, the rotation stuff looks good, but he's just overthrowing his receivers there.
Well, again, he's got number 58's hands in his face.
Mm-hmm.
I might not be so accurate.
Oh,
seeing that.
see, now I got a new read from your other higher up in your organization. Sorry, Crystal. You're reading the old script. I know. That's what it was printed off. And it's what I keep going back to. Galliard back to pass. Going to quit this one out quick. It looked like it was tipped a little bit. Wide receiver tries to make a move, and he's hit and just knocked down by Derek Alexander. That's going to be a gain of about 4 on that play, but that'll bring up 4th and long. Moorhead Massage and Wellness, providing the FM area with a range of modalities to balance the body, mind, and spirit. Utilize therapeutic massage, myofascial release, Ayurvedic bodywork, the infrared sauna, and more to support your body in feeling its best. I hope I pronounced all that correctly.
I was actually texting her, not listening to you. I
Okay.
was tuning you out.
You were tuning me out. Oh, I thought you said chewing me out. That was close.
Well, she had texted me before the game, and I couldn't talk to her then. And
nice punt there, taken by Armstrong at the 40-yard line.
there we go.
Gets a block down the right-hand side, tries to outrun a linebacker there, and he's going to be taken down at the 40-yard line. So nice return by Armstrong because caught the ball.
That's right.
Step 1. So
And he's a dangerous returner.
he is. He has had some punt returns and kickoff returns taken back to the house in his time with the Invaders. So Crystal, I updated the read, as you could probably hear, and hopefully I pronounced that all correctly. Franco wasn't listening to me because he never does.
Not never, just most of the time.
Most of the time. So 1st and 10 for the Invaders. Trips to the left this time for Neal. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to throw this one out. Down the sideline, overthrows Alger.
Neal's pass incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Invaders at the 4.
So it appears there's another stream going on today. Every time I post that we're streaming, we get someone else posting that they're streaming something, but I don't know who they are or where they're at here.
No?
I don't know. So 2nd and 10 for the Invaders, leading 14-0 with 3:18 on the clock here in the second quarter. Trips to the left once again for Neal. Soto, the lone receiver on the right. Handoff this time to Brandon Jones, falls down. There could have been a nice run happening right there, but Brandon just slipped. So that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Invaders. So it looks like 3rd and 11 from the Sabercats' 41-yard line. And the Invaders will go with 2 wide receivers each side. John Bonney down low. Nate Soto single coverage up high. Jameis Neal taking his time, looking over the defense. Jimmy Yang coming off the edge there. Avoids that. He's going to throw this one down deep down the middle. And Soto gets hit from behind. No call there. Not that that pass was catchable for pass interference, but it didn't really seem as though he needed to be knocked down, per se. I don't know. So 4th down and 11 for the Invaders at the 41-yard line of the Sabercats, leading this game 14-0. I'd say so far here in the first half, they've pretty much been in control.
Yeah.
Not dominant in a sense where they could have had a couple other scores if they would have either completed a pass or capitalized inside the 1-yard line. But they'll go for it here on 4th and 11. Jameis Neal the third with some time. He's going to step up and throw this one over the middle too high, intended for Rod Stewart. Couldn't bring that one down, so there'll be a turnover on down for the Invaders. So the Sabercats will take over at their own 41-yard line to start this next possession. Clock stopped at 2:26 here in the second quarter. Another returning sponsor for Fargo Invaders football, Dot's Pretzels. Dot's Homestyle Pretzels are a special family snack created many years ago by Dot and her family kitchen. The first taste says it all. These pretzels are an addictive gourmet snack loved by many all over the country. You can find their delicious pretzels in Fargo at Cashwise, Shields, Vintage Point, and probably everywhere else, I want to say. I know they're at Hornbacher's. I've seen them there. They've also got cheese curls or cheese curds, whatever you want to call them, there. They've also got a Southwest flavor for the pretzels, too, that are delicious. Should try them.
I should try them. I have not tried them yet.
You should. I was impressed. One taste did say it all.
Maybe our next road trip.
There you go. 4 wide receiver set for Galliard. Going to get this pass off quickly. Thrown behind his receiver, incomplete, in and out of the hands.
Yeah, they definitely have opportunities to make
They
those
have.
plays, but the pass is just not accurate.
A little bit off, a little bit behind, a little bit overthrown. When they've had, when they've beaten the coverage and they've gotten the pass off deep, they just haven't been able to connect. So it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Sabercats here. When we go to halftime, we'll take a short break. And when we come back from it, we'll go over a few stats and stuff. But we'll give us a chance to get a snack at the concession stand or get a chance to talk to your dad. Handoff up the middle, going to bounce it to the outside. He's going to be taken down by a host of invaders. Derek Alexander slowed him down in the backfield. Then the rest of the crew got there. Jermaine Armstrong, Big Ten Miller, Jameis Neal, Antoine Phillips, and Mr. Greg Clark. All there in the backfield, bringing them down.
And that's really how you defense. You swarm them.
Yep.
There's 4 defensive players right there.
And that should be the 2-minute warning. So with 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, Fargo leads 14-0 here on a cloudy, overcast, and cool day in Moorhead, Minnesota at Jim Gatta Stadium, where we've seen the Fargo Invaders do some things well and some things not quite as well as we'd like to see, but still progressing nicely as we go. There's been some consistency today at the quarterback position with Jameis Neal getting the start today. And it's been nice to see him able to come out here today and kind of pick up where he left off last game down in Woodbury with running the offense and getting more comfortable out there.
It's just really important that they didn't start off the game with 5 turnovers.
Exactly.
And I think that's the biggest improvement we've seen so far today is, you can say the defense really needs to come up with a turnover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would like to see the defense force turnovers. I mean, that's one thing that when the Invaders have had their championship seasons in the past, they've been able to force turnovers, and not only at times force turnovers, but able to turn those turnovers directly into points by pick sixes or scooping scores on the fumbles, things like that. We haven't been able to see that. We've seen them force a few turnovers, but nothing that's really changed the momentum of a game. So 3 wide receivers to the top for Galliard as he gets ready on this 3rd down play. Blitz coming from the Invaders. Jermaine Armstrong in the backfield, and down he goes. Jermaine Armstrong on the blitz, nowhere to go. And the clock will stop. And timeout by the Invaders, their 2nd timeout of the half. So they've got 1 timeout remaining, forcing the Sabercats to punt this one away with 1:49 on the game clock here in the 2nd quarter.
I guess I didn't notice. How is the Sabercats punter?
He hasn't been bad today.
Okay.
I mean, it's their starting quarterback. He's been punting the ball well, so you can't complain about that. But I would much rather force a punt here, obviously, from back the line of scrimmage at the 25 rather than where they were just inside their own 40. So we'll see if we can. They've gotten a little bit of pressure on the punter to try and make some things happen, force a bad punt. But Galliard will be back there to punt this one away once again. We've got Josh Gatling and I believe Jordan Perkins back deep to return this one. Another late addition to the field for the Sabercats. Special teams, always an adventure. So 4th and 5, 10, 15, 16, 26. Snap back to the punter. Tried to get a hand on that one. It's going to hit at the 45-yard line and take a hard right turn out of bounds. And they're going to mark that one, I believe, at the 44. Nope. I stand corrected once again, down to the 43-yard line. So good field position once again for the Invaders to start this drive. Is that 1:40 on the clock?
Yes.
I think they got a light bulb out on that thing. It looks like one. Look at that.
You can look. You don't need to. You can look at the clock up there. It's
You say 149? I said 140.
Well, I got it. It's right here. It hasn't updated on your
okay,
thing yet.
gotcha. So trips to the left for Jameis Neal, trying to get another score before the half. Neal with some time. He's going to step up in the pocket, throw it, and behind Nate Soto. I don't know if he could really make a decision there.
I think that was I think he thought he was going to go out and he went in.
Yeah, going to do one of these.
Yeah.
So incomplete pass, but that's fine. That stops the clock with 1:35 on the game clock. Invaders trying to get something deep. They can do something across the middle of the field because they do have that one timeout remaining. And another nice performance from this defense, not allowing the Sabercats really to do anything. Trips to the right this time. Bonnie, Alger, and Stewart wide to the right. Neal taking his time looking over the defense. Hand off to Sigler, is going to make a move and try and get going north and south, and is going to gain about 3 with the clock running. So that'll bring up third and about 7, maybe 8. So what will the Invaders do here? I'd like to see something to get to the attention on John Bonney, but then hit Nate Soto deep up over the top. So Jameis Neal, the third back, takes a snap. Going to step up in the pocket, avoid the sack, scrambling to his right. Going to try and make another man miss, and he's going to get enough for the first down at the 44-yard line. Nicely done by Jameis Neal, the third. Invaders still with that one timeout left. Under 40 seconds and counting. They're going to have to hurry to the line of scrimmage. It's Alger and Bonnie here, the last two back inside the huddle. 30 seconds and counting here.
It was a little reminiscent of Eli getting away from the Patriots defense. Didn't have Tyree to throw to, though.
Welcome back to Giants Talk. Jameis Neal with some time. He's going to throw this one out deep. Throws it down the sideline. Overthrows everybody. Pass incomplete to Soto, but that's fine. That'll stop the clock with 13 seconds remaining. Too far away for a field goal attempt right now. So the question is, do you try and take a shot for a gain of 10 towards the sideline, or do you want to just try and take 2 deep shots down the field if you can do it quickly enough? Got about 13 seconds remaining.
I think I would try to do a 10, 15, 20-yard intermediate and then go for the touchdown.
Sounds good.
That's what I would try to do. 13 seconds, there should be time for that.
So 13 seconds remaining in the half. 4 wide receivers set for the Invaders. Neal back to pass. Bang tries to put some pressure on him, gets to the outside, caught and out of bounds. Nicely done by Dev Alger, which will stop the clock with 7 seconds remaining. Nice route there by Alger. First game as playing a wide receiver for the Invaders. He's already got 2 catches.
And looks good doing it.
It looks very good. I mean, I know he's got some experience playing wide receiver. So it's not like he's unfamiliar with the position. It's just that when he's been able to play in Invader games and be at practice, he's been a quarterback. So this is
like you said, it really could open up the playbook.
Absolutely. So 7 seconds remaining in the half. This is probably going to be one deep shot down the field for the Invaders unless they can run something super quick. Neal looking downfield is going to throw this one deep into the end zone, and it's going to be off the helmet of Rod Stewart, and that will be halftime, folks. And that is the end of the first half. So your halftime score from Jim Gatta Stadium in Moorhead, Minnesota, the Fargo Invaders 14, the Twin Cities Sabercats nothing. You're watching Invader football on the Fire Network. And so I would say we're going to take a short break, give me a chance to rest these vocal cords, and we'll come back for the second half. We'll go over some stats when we come back, and we'll continue on with week 3 in the NFL for the Fargo Invaders as they lead 14-0 against the Twin City Sabercats. Welcome back to Jim Gatta Stadium. Halftime score, Fargo 14, Twin Cities nothing. Your statistical leaders for the game so far today. First for the Twin Cities Sabercats, Malik Galliard is 6 of 18 for 64 yards. Rushing, Trey Walker, 3 carries for 6 yards net, and Malik Galliard's got 3 carries for 9. Marshall Campbell, with those losses in the backfield, he's got 4 carries for no yards. Receiving for the Sabercats, Trey Walker, let's see, I take that back. Kamari Suggs-Morgan, 5 catches, 51 yards, and Marshall Campbell, 1 catch for 13. Those are your 6 completions right there. Tackles are being led by Angelo Martin, who's got 7 tackles. And then you've got a number of players with a couple tackles apiece. No forced turnovers for the Sabercats in the first half. For Fargo Invaders, James Neal III is 7 of 18 for 91 yards and a touchdown. Fargo Invaders rushing, they're being led also by James Neal III, who's got 5 rushes for 48 yards and a touchdown. Brandon Jones, 5 carries, 17 yards. Shane Sigler, 3 carries for 12. Tim Devaney, 1 for 5. And Clyde Bryant, 1 carry for 1 yard. Receiving, Dev Alger's got 2 receptions for 37 yards. Rod Stewart's got 1 catch for 15 yards, but that was a big one. It was a touchdown. And John Bonney's got 4 catches for 39 yards in the first half. Defensively, the Invaders are being led by a trio of players. Derek Alexander's got 5 tackles, Jameis Neal 4, Jermaine Armstrong 4. No forced turnovers in the first half. I guess I should mention 1 sack for the Sabercats. Terrence Winston, he's got 1 sack. And for the Invaders, Dominic Gussian's got a half, Jermaine Armstrong's got a sack, Derek Alexander's got a sack, and Cornelius Wild's got a half sack. So those are your statistics for the first half, as the Invaders lead 14-0, and they will return the opening kick of the second half to have the offense take the field to start the second half, if I can spit the words out. As I always like to say, easy for you to say. So anyway. I'd like to give a shout out to our buddy Nick Jackson. How you doing, Nicholas?
He can't hear us.
Well, you know what? Maybe he should listen.
He should listen.
I know. He's always got so many things to say as it is. But obviously, folks, if you're just tuning in, this is the Fire Network. Myself, Jay Stemmen, alongside Matthew F1 Franco. This is our brainchild to bring you Fargo Invaders football. It started kind of as just broadcasting for the Invaders, but it's morphed into so much more. We've got so many more things on the horizon on Fire Network that we're excited to hopefully bring you come late summer or early this fall. But we're going to make some more things happen.
Well, we got the scoreboard today.
Yes, I know.
And
that makes me feel more at home right there, I can tell you that.
So we're progressing there. We got a couple other things up our sleeve.
We've got a ringer in today as the camera operator, so I'm trying to convince him to just stop playing football for the Invaders and just run the camera.
We may have to give him a little stipend.
We might have to do something because that's going to be a hard sell, I'm sure. Do you want to play football or you want to film football? So no, we've got some other things we're working on in the off season. It's been a crazy 12 months to say the least, the way the world has gone. So we're here to stream you Fargo Invaders football. In case anybody was confused about who we're broadcasting for and why we're here, it's for Fargo Invaders football. But in addition to that, it's Northern Elite football, some of the best semi-pro football in the country. Kickoff, end over end, is going to be taken by one of the up men. It's going to bounce, and
they got to fall on it.
Not quite the smoothest of recoveries there. I can't tell if that was – I'm just hoping it's not Derek Alexander. I already gave him a hard enough time 2 weeks ago for his punt returns, but it was either him or Dallas.
I think it was Derek.
Derek so badly wants to return one. He returned a punt for a touchdown against the Titans here on this very field, but unfortunately it was called back due to penalty. Regardless, though, the Invaders will start the first possession of the second half at their own 36-yard line here at Jim Gatta Field in Moorhead, Minnesota. Or is it Stadium? I guess I should correct that.
Did someone just leave a pancake image on our?
Could be. Brandon Jones with a handoff up the middle is trying to pick his way through there. Just not a lot of room for him to get going. And there's been a couple of runs by the running backs today that have amounted to something, but otherwise it's just kind of you're running the ball more or less to try and keep the defense honest. And Franco, you're a big run first guy. You would love to see the Invaders come out in an I formation and just power running football.
The statistics are proven in the NFL that if you can have a run game, you win the game.
Absolutely, and
even with the passing league that it is.
I think semi-pro football is just the same. Two tight end set this time for the Invaders now.
I think any level of football is the same.
Well, you control the clock, you control the line of scrimmage, you're going to win. Sabercats looking to bring pressure. Jameis Neal III is going to try and throw this one out deep to Soto. And it's caught down the sideline. Dances down the sideline. It'll be out of bounds, but that'll be a first down all the way at the 28-yard line of the Twin Cities Sabercats. Nicely done by Nate Soto to adjust to that.
And that's what I was looking for in the first.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that we've seen from Jameis Neal III is that arm strength, getting that ball out there, giving his receivers a chance to make a play on the ball, especially leading him to the outside, to the sideline, where the only person that's going to hopefully be able to get to that is his receiver. But the big play there gets him inside the 30-yard line.
And he has such a height advantage on the outside there.
Absolutely. Nate Soto, our tallest wide receiver, is standing at 6'5", according to your program. But, John Bonney at 6'2" is what they have him listed at. They look awfully similar in heights, but maybe John Bonney just plays bigger, kind of like, Bill Brasky on that Saturday Night Live skit. Brandon Jones tries to bounce it to the outside, puts his shoulder into a player, and he's going to get about 2 on that one. One thing I've noticed from Brandon this year is that he's really looks like he's consistently trying to bounce those runs to the outside as opposed to trying to find a cutback lane up the middle. And it's obviously, there are certain styles that running backs have. I mean, I know that when we had C.T. Davis on this team a few years ago, he was really good about putting that foot in the ground and cutting back against kind of the way that pressure was going.
And that was just a nice pair of those two.
Absolutely. 2 different contrasting styles. But Brandon Jones got all the talent in the world. He just needs a little bit of room to kind of make some things happen. He's only found the end zone once this year on the ground. So second and about 8. Another handoff fake the handoff to Jones, pass to Alger. He's going to try and make a man miss and get down inside the 25-yard line. They'll mark him at the 22-yard line. So that'll bring up, 3rd and 3? Or is it 18-yard line for the first down? I can't tell from here. Angles. I think that's 18. So probably 3rd and 4. And I don't know. If you don't gain a yard here, is this field goal range for Lazante here? I mean, I know he could probably make it, but is this a range where you want to kick a field goal, or would you want to try and go for it?
I haven't spoken to him yet this season, so I don't know what his health is, but this would be in his range.
Jameis Neal looks like he's going to run it. Should bounce it to the outside. He's got plenty of room there. He's going to get enough for the first down. The 10, the 5, inside the end. Touchdown, Fargo. You betcha. Just reading what the defense is giving him, picks his way through for a nice touchdown run. Second of the day for Jameis Neal III, a.k.a. Trey Jameis. 20-0 is your score. Nice camera work there by Eric up on top. Zoomed in for the close-up of Jameis Neal III getting into the end zone. So once again, the Invaders are going to go for 2. Having a few issues with snaps and things like that. They decide to go for 2. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Neal looks the defense over. Penalty there. And we've got a false start on the offense, so that'll back them up 5. So now definitely you're still going to go for 2 because you don't want to kick an even longer extra point because you'd be back from the 15 to the 20. And that's +7, +10. That's a 37-yard extra point. That's a long ways just for 1 point when you think about it.
It is. It's a lot of effort.
I mean, I realize why the NFL did it to kind of add some difficulty to those extra points, but for everybody else, you're like, really? Kicking a 40-yard field goal just for 1 point.
It seems a bit extreme.
It does. It really does. So 2 wide receivers each side. Soto and Bonney come in a little bit closer to each other. Neal with some time. That pressure off that side is going to pass it out to John Bonney. Caught for the 2-point conversion. Nicely done there. Nice route by John Bonney. Knew where the goal line was. Got across it. Caught that pass. 2 points more on the board. So Fargo now leads 22-0 over the Twin City Sabercats early on in the third quarter with 11:41 on the clock. Invaders now lead 22-0. Nice opening drive by the Invaders as well. And I really enjoy seeing Jameis Neal III take what the defense is giving him there and just run it. And I think that touchdown run kind of looked like that was just a design running play because it looked like they were trying to get him on a play fake, get him to the outside and at least get enough for that first down. But he got all that and more. I do have a couple updates on reads since I didn't do them correctly in the first half, I'm being told. But Otter Tail Minn-Dakota coaches, they've been providing quality motor coach and school bus transportation for over 44 years. I think now that read is so old it should be 45, but they can transport your group across town or across the country. Call them today and let them help you plan your next group outing. That's Otter Tail Minn-Dakota coaches. I do have actually something to read about novelty construction, so that'll clear up some stuff. I was so confused by that. They're based out of Fergus Falls, building your dream home, man cave, outbuildings, or updating your current home. Come build with them. Call them at 218-850-3352 today.
Beautiful.
I guess they don't build novelties. I'm a little disappointed. Tahir with the kick. End over end kick. Going to be dropped down inside the 15, taken by the return man. And he's going to be gang tackled down out about the 33 or 34 yard line. Do you remember that Lipton iced tea commercial? You know, you could buy it in a bottle. And they had the Sylvester Stallone impersonator in the commercial.
I don't.
And they said, "Yo, that's brisk, baby." that breeze that's blowing through, it's a bit brisk, baby. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Good.
So I just realized my entire scoreboard is actually working today. Like, this is...
Don't say that.
This is crazy.
It's going to crash any second
No,
now.
it's fine.
Why would you do that to us?
I'm just impressed.
You're ridiculous.
I may even try to keep up with down and distance.
Hey, that would be new. So 1st and 10 for the Sabercats, their first possession of the second half. Trips to the right. I don't know if you can hear it at home, the train rolling by behind us. Galliard fakes a quick pass, gets it out to his second receiver, and he's going to get it out past the 40-yard line. Nice gain there. It'll be a gain of about 8 to number 22, which I forgot to check at halftime. Actually, I could probably just look on the stats and find out who 22 is. Right?
You could.
I could. Number 22... That's Hawkins. Tavion. I hope I'm pronouncing that close to correct.
Yeah, look at that.
I see the first four letters of his name, and it's D-A-T-A, so I think data, you know. Under pressure. Rolls to his right. He's going to loft this one down the field. Coverage by Josh Gatling. Could not connect there. So 3rd and 2 now for the Sabercats as Galliard's pass just out of the reach of his receiver. But you know what? Josh Gatling was there kind of, I would almost say, not interfering, but he was nicely kind of steering him one way or the other.
He was just, making sure he knew where it was.
You knew where that, made sure he knew where the out of bounds was. Didn't want him to trip or anything.
No, just helping him.
So for the folks that are local here tonight, don't forget to get your tickets and get out to Shields Arena for the Fargo Force Game 4 of the Clark Cup Championship Series against the Chicago Steel. I will be in attendance for that. Should be a great game
good
tonight.
for you.
I know, right? Trips to the left this time for Galliard. 3rd and short. Low snap. Pressure coming off the edge. He's going to try and throw this one deep. And it's going to be picked off nicely there. I believe that's Travis Williams. Cuts back. Going to be taken down at the 32-yard line. First turnover forced of the day for the Fargo Invaders by number 16. Travis Williams on the interception. He had one pick last game against Javante Johnson, and today gets one. So his second interception of the season. Nicely done by Travis. So that'll set up the Fargo Invaders 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line here in the second half. We'll see what they do this drive after the successful last drive. Stewart and Alger wide to the right. Soto and Bonney wide left. Joining the backfield is Shane Sigler. 10:28 on the clock here. We'll see if the Invaders try and get the running game going. Alger in motion, so trips left. Now with some time, throws it across the middle, pass behind John Bonney, and it's intercepted. Saw that the whole way that he was trying to get it to John Bonney, and that pass is picked off. I believe that was by number 40 of the defense. That's Alex Reiser. So just as soon as the Invaders get that interception, their first forced turnover of the day, they give it right back on the next play.
Well, I did say I wanted defensive turnovers. I guess I wasn't clear on what I wanted.
I do want to point out, I know that I saw somewhere in the messages prior to this game if fans were curious if it was okay to bring their pet to the game. And I don't know if that is true or not, but I do see a couple pets here today. I think I saw 3 dogs today, and obviously there's a service dog here, but that doesn't count as a pet, obviously. So first interception thrown today by Jameis Neal III, and the Sabercats have some confusion on their offensive play calling, so they're going to have to take their first timeout. So first few plays for the Invaders of the second half, you get 1 touchdown drive followed up by a turnover. So the first turnover of the day by the Invaders tried to hit John Bonney on a slant pattern and just didn't connect on that. So other corrected read that was, I think, on Thrivent one. Thrivent Financial is proud to support the Fargo Invaders' goals, and he is excited to help you achieve yours, which is none other than one of the coaches, running backs coach Ryan Jacobson. He says, let's create a financial strategy that reflects your priorities and protect what matters most to you. Contact Ryan Jacobson at 218-282-2881. It's a lot of 2s and a lot of 8s, Franco. 218-282-2881. That's kind of trippy that there's only 3 numbers used in that phone number that's 10 digits long. You ever seen that before?
No.
It's amazing. And here he is sitting at someplace, Ryan Jacobson, who's not here today on vacation. He's watching it on his big screen.
I love it.
Where he's at and listening to the wonderful insider facts given by Matthew F1 Franco, which at the end of the broadcast, don't forget, he'll let you know how Ferrari is doing in the F1 series. Gallier tries to pass, pump fakes. He's going to be taken down by Big Ten Miller. Looks like Greg Clark and none other than Cornelius Wallow.
I mean, we can talk about Ferrari now.
I don't really have anything to add about that. You might have to get the other headset mic'd up for your dad so you guys can talk about that.
We have another headset.
I know.
Very exciting news out of Monaco. Ferrari is on pole.
That sounds dirty.
It's not. It's a good thing.
Sometimes the jokes are just for me.
Lots of pace in that Ferrari this weekend.
Well, I would hope so. It's a race car.
Let's see how the race goes, though.
So 2nd and long now for the Sabercats. 2nd and 15. Low snap, bobbled, still loose, and it's going to be falling on.
Oh, wait.
Oh, it's still loose. Let's see who comes up with it. That might be Dominic on the bottom of that pile. Greg Clark had a chance to get that. It is Invaders' ball. And it's Dominic Gussian who comes up with that one just as I was going to give out Greg Clark's Snapchat handle. I said if he made a play, I'd let everybody know where to find him. He's single, ladies. That's all I can say. So another forced turnover by the Invaders defense. So now, Franco, they've got 2 turnovers on back-to-back possessions. When is that pick 6 or fumble recovery for a touchdown coming for this Invaders defense? Because it's going to happen sooner or later.
You would think.
Mm-hmm. So 1st and 10 now for the Invaders after all of that. They'll start their next possession at the 43-yard line of the Twin Cities Sabercats. 3 wide receivers set. Sabercats looking like they might bring pressure here. And it'll be a false start on one of our offensive linemen. It's on John Lipscomb there, unfortunately. Saw that other arm come down. He was in that 3-point stance and became a 4-point stance. So that'll back him up 5 to the 48-yard line. haven't even went to double check, Franco, some of the other games around the league today. Sabercats Invaders was an early start. Wolves and Pioneers at 6 tonight down at Seafoam Stadium in St. Paul. And then the Minneapolis Warriors traveling to Kansas City, Missouri to take on the Kansas City Bulldogs. So 1st and 15 for the Invaders. Neal back. Going to throw this one out down the sideline to John Bonney. And he's hit just as soon as the ball got there. Defended nicely by Angelo Martin. Just decided to time that perfectly to knock it out of Bonney's hands, who had sized that one up. So 2nd and 15 now for the Invaders. And it seems like the offense is obviously flowing better today, Franco, but there was a lot of big playability last season, 2019. That you could hit from anywhere on the field at any time. Obviously, Constant Jackson out with a hamstring injury today, but he'll probably be back in 2 weeks. Sigler up the middle, bounces it to the outside. Nice run, breaks the tackle, still going. And he's going to get inside the 45-yard line down to the 43. See if they mark him any closer, but no, back. It was a gain of 5, but it felt like it was a gain of 15 on that play. The way
he worked hard for that.
Absolutely. Nice run by Sigler. So brings up 3rd and 10 now for the Invaders. Back at the original line of scrimmage at the 43. So Soto and Bonney wide left. Peterson at tight end on the right. And Rod Stewart out wide to the right. Sigler in the backfield with Jameis Neal III. Neal feels the pressure. A lot of room to his right. He's got a lot of room to run. 35-30, down to the 25-20, down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. That's enough for Invaders' first down. And my goodness, there has been a ton of green grass today for Jameis Neal III to get plenty of first downs today. Nicely done once again. And that marked down all the way at the, the 14-yard line. So gain of 29 on that play. So Jameis Neal III up to 6 carries for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns today. Hey, and you know what, Franco? Any which way you can get your offense flowing, I'll take that.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Invaders. This time I'm going to hand it off to Sigler. He's going to go right up the middle, bounce it out to the left side, cuts it back inside the 10, down to about the 6 or 7-yard line. Nice run there by Sigler. So gain of 7, according to our PA man, Travis Christopher.
I'll go with him.
So 2nd and 3 now inside the red zone, as they've been multiple times today. I think they've only had the one trip inside the red zone, and it hasn't gotten any points today, correct?
Just one, right?
Yeah, I think they were 2 of 3 inside the red zone earlier in the first half, and now today they've been in the red zone once and got that. Actually, they might not even been in the red zone with the touchdown run by Jameis Neal III. So they do hand it off to Sigler. He's going to be taken down in the backfield. That one did not go as planned. That's going to be a loss of 3 on that one. So it looks like it's 3rd and 7 now. Might have been a loss of 5 on that one. So 3rd down here at the 10. Ball resting just outside of it. Invaders kind of had a thinking there that they were going to get that running game going out of the backfield as opposed to having Jameis Neal III do all the running for them. But we'll see what they can accomplish here on 3rd down here inside the red zone. Neal's going to fake the handoff, going to throw his lob pass to the corner to Soto, makes an adjustment, and goes up and gets it. Touchdown, Fargo, you betcha.
DeSoto on the reception.
Has the size advantage out on the outside. Stops, sees the ball's going to be coming short. He goes back to it and catches it for 6. That makes your score 28-0 with 5:33 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Is it 5:33?
I think.
That
could be an 8.
Scoreboard, I can't tell.
I just turn the brightness up. See, usually it's darker when we're here in the evening, so it's easier to see.
Yes.
I don't know what the issue is. All right, so we're going to try an extra point once again. And so Lazan Tahir is going to hope to actually get a chance to kick this one this time. The snap, the set, and the kick is up. And it's good.
Kick is good. And the kick is
Haven't
good.
said that in a while, but welcome back, Lazan Tahir. Gets that one through the uprights. Kicking game is sound today. 29-0 is your score. Fargo leads Twin Cities here in the third quarter. Our normal returning sponsors, until I'm told otherwise, tailgatemaster.com, fargochairrentals.com. I don't know if you can guess what they rent out to people, Franco.
I can't.
Glacial Peak Cryotherapy, MPX Fitness, Microsoft, thank you for sponsoring the Fargo Invaders, Skill Cuts, and the Fargo Moorhead Visitor Convention Bureau. Thank you to everyone for sponsoring us and helping us to bring you Fargo Invaders football. And thankfully to me for bringing a coat today, otherwise I would be freezing. Which is silly to say when it's 54 degrees. You know what I mean? Especially when you live up here in the wintertime. You going to complain about 54 degrees?
I'm a bit chilly.
It is
chilly.
chilly.
I'm not going to lie.
So the Invaders kick team will get ready for Lazan Tahir to kick this one away. As they get some refreshment. Good to be back calling football games, Franco. It's good to have a scoreboard on the broadcast. That makes it look nice.
It does.
So Lazan here gets ready to kick this one away. We'll see how the Invaders play this one. Tahir ready to kick this one away. And kicks it nice and deep. Taken by the return man at the 10-yard line. Makes out to the 20, back to the 25, down to the 30. Hit, spun down. Still on his feet, but finally taken down at about the 35-yard line. Interesting day today here at Jim Gata Stadium because this game this weekend, once, I think it's June 12th, and then I can't remember the date in July, similar like July 20th or something like that. Field is double booked. You've also got, is it technically professional or semi-pro soccer? The Dakota Fusion Football Club, I think they might have a men's side and a women's side. They have a game here tonight, and then they also do that time in June and July. So that will force earlier kickoffs for the Invaders, which, you know, come July, a 1 o'clock kickoff could be kind of hot. But then again, you know what, you might actually avoid some of that evening heat. You know how it gets kind of hot right around 5, 6 o'clock at night, especially with that sun kind of blaring down on you. So injured player down on the field right now for the Invaders.
Well, it's going to be what it is as far as the heat goes. And,
Yeah.
you know, I was nervous about today being so hot because this week has been hot.
Yeah.
But it is not the case for sure. I had to put on my Ferrari sweatshirt. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes, I noticed. That's why I brought up the thing earlier. And you're lucky you wore that shirt. Otherwise, I might have said the wrong team for F1 racing. How about those Fords, huh?
They're not racing in Formula 1. So.
What? They had a whole movie about them. Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, that was, you know, in the 60s.
Looks like we've got a ankle or maybe.
It also wasn't Formula 1.
That's true. Ankle or maybe some type of knee injury to Jeremy Peterson. So he's going to get helped off the field by his teammates. And then Mr. Travis Helmers was going to take a look at him on the sideline, who is also, in addition to being a chiropractor, he's also an athletic trainer, I believe. So,
if anybody wants to know why he's wearing that colorful hat, it's because he wants the players to be able to see him and be noticeable.
Really?
That's true.
Oh, I thought he just didn't have much taste in hats.
No, he did that. He's doing that on purpose. He wants to stand out.
We'll see if Travis actually listens to the broadcast later so he can hear that comment. Galliard back's going to throw this one out just over his receiver. Flag on the play, both of them in the backfield. I'm going to guess that might be roughing the passer, or maybe it's that we got lucky and got holding. Yep, holding. So that's going to back up the Sabercats 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 20. And You can hear the children running across the bleachers.
I don't know that they can hear that.
I don't know. I do want to point out those two really nice-looking dogs down there seem to be very well behaved. My dog, on the other hand, 90 pounds of sheer excitement, jumping up and down, going, people. She might not be able to handle a football game. So 1st and 20 for the Sabercats now. 4 wide receiver set for Galliard. Under some pressure, Phillips applies the pressure. Now he's going to run. And he's going to be missed tackle there by Jameis Neal, but taken down by Nate. Is that Ellington?
I think there might be another hold.
Nate
Yep.
Ellingson. Well, back him up another 10. Let's go 1st and 30. I don't mind if they keep moving backwards.
I was just going to say, I've seen this a couple times today where the outside defender or the edge rushers are getting in, but the inside is just not, and the quarterback's able to make a play.
Yeah. Well, I would prefer.
But if they're getting held on the
Yeah.
inside, then that is going to make a difference.
You would almost think you'd have to hold, especially every play with a guy like Cornelius Wallow up the middle there. The other interesting thing, too, is it seems like when they have gotten pressure, it's been one side or the other.
Right.
Because if you can get both ends getting pressure, you can just, collapse that pocket from around the outside. But we'll see what goes here, as I believe it's Greg Stim on the left and Jared Miller on the right on the ends. Galliard's going to pass this one, going to just swing it out to his receiver. He's going to take it at the 10, try and make a move, breaks a tackle, and then taken down out to the 18-yard line.
Results in 2nd down.
So 2nd down for the Sabercats, and let's see, they got to get out to the 45. Where are we at? 2nd and 25? Yep, 2nd and 25, that's right. So we'll see what they have going on. Now, the Invaders have not really allowed anything deep, keeping everything in front of them, which obviously every defense wants to do. Don't give up the big play. Galliard with a little bit of time this time. Pressure off the edge comes Greg Stim. Taken down in the backfield by Greg Stim.
Big sack for your Invaders defense. Stem on the sack.
Stem, who is also a big European soccer fan. I believe he's like a Real Madrid or Barcelona fan. I forget. I got it wrong, whatever it is. He's probably going to give me a hard time at practice.
Timeout, Sabercats.
I wish
Sabercats-
you'd get these things right.
I know. I try and remember it because we talk soccer at practice.
You have a note app on your phone. You can just keep notes and refer back to it. Just, trying to
I
help.
know.
Financial need to have access to the care they need.
I'm guessing
One-
40 yards. It looks like about 40 yards.
One time, just because I forget which team of kickers played for on a different team.
It's at 35 yards.
So 3rd and 35 from their own 10-yard line.
Here in Moorhead.
It's not quite the ice bowl up here, but like I said, a bit chilly. That's just because of that breeze. So 3rd, and I think this might technically qualify as a country mile for the Sabercats. Invaders can try and get after that quarterback, but still just do enough to keep everything in front of them and force a punt. Galliard with some time. Here comes some pressure. Hit as he throws it out deep and is going to overthrow everybody. Jordan Perkins, the closest one there. And that'll bring up 4th and 35 for the Sabercats. Their own 10-yard line. This should give the Invaders a chance to work on that punt return game. 29-0 is your score. A very good effort today by the Invaders. Nice work today by Jameis Neal III, leading the offense, both rushing and then also throwing those touchdown passes to both of them. No, one was to Nate Soto, one was to Rod Stewart. So doing a nice job out there today. He's gotten all the snaps at quarterback. We'll see if anybody gets another shot to run the quarterback position, maybe when we get into the 4th quarter or something. Snap and the punt. Gets it away, end over end kick, trailing out to the left, and that's not going to be a good punt after all. And that's going to be Invaders' ball as he keeps marching closer and closer at the 32-yard line. So the Invaders will take over at the Sabercats' 32-yard line, leading 29-0 here in the third quarter. Felt like the third quarter and the game overall was moving by pretty rapidly, but this third quarter's kind of slowed down just a hair. With all those scores going on, right?
It is. Look, I even got the possession arrow going.
Oh my gosh, we have a possession arrow?
We have a possession arrow.
Why didn't you tell me we had a possession
Well,
arrow?
we've never been able to use it before.
It's a lot of things that never work for us.
I gambled today with this, and it's paying off. I like it.
Alger going to throw this one out to Nate Soto's caught. 5, touchdown Fargo, you betcha.
Alger's pass complete.
Alger,
To Soto, that
I believe that was a little bit of trickery on the Invaders' part. They run the jet sweep, hand it to Alger, who stops and throws, finds his receiver at the 5, and then once again Soto makes an adjustment for the ball, catches it, is able to walk into the end zone, making it 35-0 here in the third quarter. And everything right now going the Invaders' way. And Tahir set to attempt another kick. I guess technically he gets credit for being 1 of 2 today, although the first extra point he did not even get a chance to kick it. And there'll be a false start there. Offensive line kind of reacting to the movement of the defense there. That'll back them up 5, so this will be – this right here, Franco, would be – I would dare to guess this would be the longest extra point in Invaders history. You know, so there's some history right now. So we got that going for us.
You're just going to make statements without even knowing if that's true or not?
No, just if you say it with enough confidence. The snap and the set and the kick is up. And he got it.
And the kick is good.
Lazanta here from deep for 1 point.
0.
It's a lot of drama for 1 point. That's all I'm saying.
36.
So Fargo ups their lead 36-0 on the nice extra point by Lazanta here. And I tell you what, Franco, this game compared to the rest so far this season has been to somewhat the most comfortable, obviously, with the 36-0 shutout. So I'm hearing in the booth, Franco, that we're going to have a running clock in the fourth quarter. And I think Pesnik is doing that because he knows I want to go to a hockey game. Maybe the team knew that as well. I don't know.
I think also having a soccer team coming in here later is
yeah. Which there we have. I don't know that the team has decided. I know we did 2 p.m. today based on the fact this was a last-minute change to move the game up from 6 p.m. to 2 p.m. But the other 2 games that have to be early starts, there is the possibility we could start as early as 1 p.m., which would give us a little more leeway between when we have to get off the field and out of the locker rooms on those days when there's a game. So Tahir set to kick this one away. Got all of that one. That's going to go into the end zone. Oh, it's going to stop short. He's going to have to return this one. Picks it up inside his 5. He's going to run it out to the left, cuts it back, and he'll be taken down just across the 25-yard line out to the 26. So 3:28 on the clock, and we'll get running clock here, if anything, at the latest in the fourth quarter.
They can transport your group across town or across the country, and they meet the transportation needs for the Fargo Invaders.
So next opportunity now for the Sabercats. I see Nate Ellingson holding that shoulder coming off the field once again. He's had some issues with that during the season. Hopefully it's nothing serious. So we will have running time in the fourth quarter as I hear the booth being talked to by team and league president Matt Pesnik. Handoff this time Campbell tries to get outside, but he's going to be gang tackled by pretty much everybody there. I think you even see Clyde Bryant out there on defense now, getting some reps. You can see those Rick and Morty's cleats all the way up here. So a loss of a yard on that play. Nice defense, nice hustle by the defense, all going and getting to the ball. Hopefully Coach Joe Barfnick will be happy with his defense today as he is at home with new daughter, Lucy. Oh, and probably the wife too, I suppose, huh?
I would imagine.
Okay, that probably makes it easier. So 2nd and 11 for the Sabercats. Quick snap, quick pass, completed and taken down by Jameis Neal the second. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
What, 5? 3rd and 5?
Yeah.
3rd and 4? And 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 3rd and 5. Third and a long 4, maybe a short 5. About 2 minutes and counting in the 3rd quarter, I believe. Yep, 1:59 now. Quick pass out to the outside once again, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down. Obviously, that play was coming that way because the outside wide receiver matched up on Linnell Powers. You could already see him get Linnell in a position. He was blocking him already as soon as that receiver caught that little swing pass. So 1st down for the Sabercats. Pass was completed at number 14, Dejon Davis. So 1st and 10 now from their 38-yard line. Man in motion. Goes back to the other side. That's Davis. Handoff this time up the middle. Should be Campbell on the carry. He chugs ahead out to the 41-yard line. So 2nd down. Gain of 3 on that one.
Gain of 3 results in 2nd down.
So as we continue on here in the 3rd quarter. Under a minute now. Then probably next quarter will probably be the most accurate you've ever been on the game clock, I would assume.
Well, you know, I don't really like to try to make excuses, but it's really hard to follow
I know
somebody
it
else.
And that's a nice run play there for Trey Walker. Gains a couple. And that'll bring up 3rd down once again.
3rd down for the Sabercats.
So a gain of about 3 or 4 on that play. Should be 3rd and 4, I believe. And just as the quarter was about to end, with 2 seconds left, we've got an injured Sabercat on the field. Trey Walker getting up slowly. I was going to say, they're really just trying to avoid this running clock situation, aren't they? They're going to have an injury at the end of the 3rd quarter. I kid.
All right, let's see. 3rd down.
Fargo Invaders 36.
I lost my concentration.
You did. 15 minutes on the clock for the 4th quarter.
Did we go 4th quarter?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So let's go to the 4th quarter.
What's the rule, Matt?
Running clock in the 4th quarter unless the score margin is less than 35.
Less than 35. Okay, so the score margin right now is Fargo 36. Sabercats nothing. So running clock unless the Sabercats get the game within 35 points.
Your Invaders will host the Bismarck Wolves, 6 p.m. right here at Moorhead High School. June 12th, 6 p.m.
Oh, so Bismarck Wolves on June 12th. I was thinking it was the Minneapolis Warriors game, but Bismarck Wolves will be the next home opponent here.
Warriors
in
are
Moorhead.
the first one in July, I believe.
Could be. I forget. I just
I
know the
don't
next
remember.
game is June 5th at Seafoam Stadium in St. Paul, Minnesota against the Pioneers. 20 years of semi-pro football down there in St. Paul. And
Blog Talk Radio.
those guys have got a long tradition there, and the Invaders will be heading down there in 2 weeks to take on the Pioneers. A big matchup right there. Invaders trying to get back to within a game of the Warriors and try and get into second place. And so that'll be two weeks from today, Memorial Weekend. The Invaders are off. Chance for everyone to go enjoy time with their family over hopefully a long holiday weekend. So 3rd and short for the Sabercats here. Galliard empties out the backfield, gets the pass off his running back's fingertips there. That was out to number 13, Jason Nowling.
Brings up 4th down for the Sabercats.
And the clock continues to run. Good job, Franco. Way to keep it accurate.
Doing what I can.
I know. That's all I can ask. So 4th and manageable for the Sabercats, and I would think they're probably going to at least try and, keep the offense out there and go for it. So we'll see if that's what they decide to do. I can't see why they wouldn't. There's nothing to lose and really not much to gain by punting it here. Unless you want to play the field position game now.
No.
I wouldn't think so.
No, I think they want to keep the ball.
And it looks like they don't have enough players on the field, so they're going to have to call a timeout, and that will stop the clock. So all of that just to call a timeout. I don't know. I think that's their, second timeout taken? Question, does the graphic work for the timeout thing that you did?
Oh, from a couple seasons ago?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can make that happen again.
No, I mean, I was just asking. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to break anything.
No, not today. I can't make it happen. But I have lots of plans.
So is that 13:59 then, or is it supposed to be 13:39?
It looks like 59.
It looks like either because it's missing one of the light bulbs there.
We started putting all this new equipment together about in July last year, and we finally this month have really. I feel like I put a kit car together in my garage all winter long.
Yep.
And now I have the tires put on it, and I can drive it. So I'm just kind of like warming the engine up.
Yeah, but the biggest thing though is you brought in an IT expert that actually helped you to get everything so it's supposed to do what it's supposed to do as well.
I mean, and there's just like little things that I just didn't know. Like for example, with the scoreboard app, when I was trying to send myself the link so I could do it on the iPad. We'll watch the play, and I'll go into that.
3 wide receivers set for Galliard, and they're 1 receiver short. Now we've got 2 to each side. Now that evens it up. Fakes the handoff. He's going to run it himself. Now he's going to look to throw. He's going to throw it deep.
See short.
And that's going to be way short and out of bounds. So let's turn the ball over. Fargo Invaders will take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Twin Cities Sabercats.
But so I've been trying for 3 years now to figure out why I can't get, because I can run my scoreboard app on my iPad, and so I've been sending the link for the open it in a browser or whatever, but there's a space in the address.
Yeah.
All right. So as I'm trying to send it, Chris goes, "Oh, well, the reason why it's not working is because you're not putting %20 in the space, because that's what the computer knows is the space." How the hell am I supposed to know
I
that?
wouldn't know that either. This whole time, you're like, this thing does not work.
So if you ever have an IP address or an address that has a space in it, put %20 and it'll start working.
There you go. Jeff Newberry in at quarterback right now, getting some chance to take some reps. Low snap, it gets a handoff to Brandon Jones, picks his way through the middle, gains about a yard before they just kind of wrap him up around his neck. We'll see how many series Jeff gets a chance to run the offense. I mean, I think technically coming in today, we had 4 quarterbacks on the roster.
Nice depth.
Yeah. And Jeff has not gotten a lot of playing time so far this season. We had another player join this past week. We'll see if he gets a chance to get in there and get a few reps at quarterback. But yeah, so a chance for Jeff to get a chance to go out there and lead the offense in a game time situation as opposed to just in practice. So 2nd and 9 for the Invaders. Newberry with some time is going to throw this one out. Pass complete to Alger. He's going to make a move on the inside and spun down. Looked like he was going to have a chance to run for a first down, but he gets twisted down there by the defender, and he's got too long a hair for me to see his number. So, he turned around and I missed it. Number 31, there it is.
You got to be quicker with those binoculars.
I know. 31 is listed as Bradley Buckman, defensive back. So he makes the tackle on
Get you a
Alger.
lanyard for that or something.
A little bit, yeah, I know. Or just a monocle. Hello, do not
Go-go
pass.
gadget thing.
Yeah, exactly. So 3rd and short for the Invaders. Newberry at quarterback. Gets the snap. Feels the pressure is going to roll to his left, and he's going to be taken down to the backfield for a sack. So that'll lose yardage for the Invaders, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The 4th down and 9. All right, Matt.
So you got to be quick on those decisions, and that's one thing that you can tell when you go through the different quarterbacks on the roster, that he doesn't have quite the experience that some of the other players have. So that's something he has to work on, be able to read that defense quickly and get through his progressions and make the right play. I also see Jeremy Peterson is back on the field now, so obviously that injury that he had earlier that got helped off the field is okay. So 4th and 9 for the Invaders. Newberry back to pass. Going to throw it off of the defender and incomplete. So that'll be a turnover on downs. Ball goes back over to the Twin Cities Sabercats. So 1st and 10 for the Sabercats, and clock is running as
9:42.
Yep. This will make the 4th quarter go quickly, which is fine because I don't know if people know this or not. There's a hockey game tonight that I'm excited about. Win or go home, do or die. Got to do it. Of course, every game for football in the playoffs is like that. Now we get to hear our very own president and NFL president try to be a PA announcer.
Invader fans, let's give it up for Travis Christensen. Heading off to the Fargo Force.
He doesn't sound like he's really truly got the enthusiasm he needs for this position. Now, somebody should have asked for his qualifications before they hand him a microphone, because I tell the people that about me all the time. Did you really know if I could do this or not? So 1st and 10 for the Sabercats. A lot of confusion on their part as they're working in one of their backup quarterbacks. I believe that's number 4, Matthew Sickler. Gets the snap. Pass underthrown a little bit there. Looked like Garrick McKinney was in coverage there. Pressure off that left side of the defense by Dominic Gussian. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock running 8:25 and counting. Not that people at home couldn't see that on your nice, beautiful scoreboard.
It's gorgeous.
It is.
Sun's coming out.
I know. Beautiful day for Fargo Invaders football. I see Jameis Neal II getting to bring his daughter down to the sideline to sit next to Uncle Trey Jameis. Brandon Jones on the sideline down there. When you get things rolling your way, it makes everybody happy, makes everything seem better to get that win under your belt. So 2nd and 10, Sickler hands off. Campbell is going to make a man miss and break a tackle. It was up around his head, but he'll be taken down. He'll gain about 3 on that play. Maybe they'll give him a nice spot and give him a 4-yard gain, but that'll bring up 3rd down.
I'll be nice.
I guess I didn't know how Ivy pronounced his last name, but he was in on the tackle. IB, probably one of our biggest players, 6'6", 313. So 3rd and about 6.
3rd and 6, Invaders. Let's cheer you up.
Now Pesnick's getting into that PA announcing. Guessing with a nice jump on the off the snap, but pass completed to Campbell, and he's going to get down after a hard-fought gain, down a yard short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th and 1. for the Sabercats. Just kind of a little touch pass there from Sickler to Campbell. Trying to make something happen. So 4th and looks like a full yard. As Nate Ellingson and IB. How do you say his last name? Awosika? I don't know.
I didn't hear
I didn't.
Petsick say it, so.
He said it once, and I would have to go back and hear him say it again. And now we've got music on the 3rd down or the 4th down play.
He's really getting into it over there.
I know. He's a DJ in his spare time, I think. The people at home can't hear what we're hearing, so all this makes no sense.
Let's hear it for the defense.
So 4th and a yard. 4 wide receiver set. Trips to the right now. Sickler, quick pass out to his wide receiver. He's able to make a couple guys miss, and he will get enough for the first down for the Sabercats. So just a quick pass. Those other 2 wide receivers out on that side.
First down, Sabercats.
Able to make a couple blocks and free some room up for their teammate to get that first down. So as we are now down to 5.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. Sickler back to pass, has a little bit of time, gets the pass out, caught, and taken down at the 30, no, make it the 29-yard line. Sabercats trying to pick up the tempo a bit on offense, trying to get to the end zone. Pass completed to J.T. Miles. 5 minutes and counting now in the 4th quarter. Penalty flag. Timeout, Invaders. That'll stop the clock with 4. Is that 57 then? Or
Probably.
37?
It's 57.
Okay.
57.
That's ridiculous. I can't read the scoreboard today.
It's really hard to read.
Well, they've got the light bulb that will let you know if it's a 3 or a 5 on that one side or the other is burned out.
Well, I would imagine with all the upgrades happening at the school here that the scoreboard is probably on the agenda as well.
Which today, the fans here in attendance were able to use the new parking lot.
The sea of concrete out there.
I
Holy
know.
cow.
I wasn't sure if that was allowed to be able to be used today, but I saw the lines painted on it, and I look over across the field into the parking lot, and sure enough, everybody's parking over there. So, so it's good to go over there, and there's so much more that the Moorhead School District has got planned. To our right from the booth to the west, they've got their old parking lot all torn up, and I don't know if they're expanding the school building over into that area or what exactly they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, the ticket booth for the stadium is gone, and a lot since we were here last.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 for the Sabercats at the 29-yard line. Invaders defense wants to prevent any kind of score, even a late game score. Preserve that shutout. Sickler gets pressure off the edge. Pass complete. Be tackled out of bounds by Jermaine Armstrong. Be a gain of about 6 on that.
2nd and 5. 2nd and 4.
So 2nd and 4 for the Sabercats. Moving the ball here a little bit. Invaders kind of, I wouldn't say turning down the pressure a little bit, turning down the intensity level here, but obviously the game in hand with the running clock in the 4th quarter. I tell you what, that's not a lot of plays when you think about a running clock compared to normal starts and stops in football when it comes to a quarter. So Sickler takes the snap, has some time, going to loop it over to his running back. That's Trey Walker, and he's going to be taken down at the 23. So that'll bring up 4th down. So that should be 4th down, unless I'm a play off. Nope, that'll be 3rd down. My bad. I can see on the replay here it was a 2nd down. Should have corrected me on that, Franco.
I probably should have.
Yeah, no, it's already done.
3rd and 4, Invaders.
So 3rd and 4 for the Invaders as Cornelius Wallow tries to encourage the crowd. Pass, Wallow, just a bit late. Almost was able to get back there to the quarterback. And Sickler got rid of that ball, made sure that Wallow didn't jump and try and plant him in the ground. So bring up 4th down for the Sabercats. Invaders one play to try and get off the field here, preserve the shutout.
Fourth down here. Make some noise. Your defense wants to hear you.
Matt Pesnick on the PA and the ones and twos, trying to get the crowd fired up. Fourth down. Stickler back to pass, going to throw this one towards the end zone. Only one back there is Josh Gatling. He's going to pick it off in the end zone. Makes a move down the sideline. And he's going to get tackled out of bounds outside the 25-yard line. So Josh Gatling, first interception of the season for him. Nicely done. Nice 25-plus yard return. And the Invaders preserve their shutout once again. So the Invaders will get out there on offense once again. And it looks like we will see a series out there for Will Tudman, who joins the team this week. Of all people, he contacted me first, and then I got the information over to the coaching staff. So I don't know how that happened, but. So 1st and 10 for the Invaders, a minute 51 and counting. Tudman under pressure is going to roll back. And back and forth again. He can't get him down. He's going to run this one. Now he's going to throw it deep down the sideline. Oh, in and out of the hands of Nate Soto. Nicely done by the defender to hit Soto and knock that out of his hands.
And then a friendly conversation at the end.
Oh, absolutely.
That was some nice elusiveness.
It was. I mean, he went to his right, back to his left, back to his right, and then threw it down the field. I would say the only drawback to the running clock here in the fourth quarter is the fact that we're under a minute and a half to go already, which seems like we skipped about 3 minutes. But that's what the clock says.
2nd and 10 for the Invaders.
So Tudman will try and run a couple plays here before the game is done. Because if you think about it, a game, takes 3 hours. So if you think about it, nice run there by Sigler up the middle. That'll be enough almost. No, it will be a first down. So nice run by Sigler. So 11 yards on the carry for Sigler. That if a game takes 3 hours, then in theory, a quarter could take a half an hour, maybe even 45 minutes to get through it with all the starts and stoppages. If you divide 3 hours by, 4. And so now when you have literally a 15-minute quarter, I mean, you barely any time to do
virtually
anything.
any time, right? Which is really unfortunate because now we don't get a chance to see exactly what these new quarterbacks can do.
Mm-hmm. Tudman back to pass, has a little bit of time. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to run this one, and he's going to gain about 6, maybe 7 on that play, and that could be the last play of the game.
So there's about a 3-second differential between my clock and theirs.
Yep. And that should do it, folks. A running clock fourth quarter, our first for the Invaders. So your final score today, Fargo 36, Twin Cities nothing. Another great effort by that Fargo Invaders defense, and the Fargo Invaders offense finally coming to life under Jameis Neal III. So in 2 weeks from today, the first game back after the Memorial break will be the Invaders traveling to St. Paul, Minnesota to take on the St. Paul Pioneers in a big matchup down there. And then the next home game will be June 12th against the Bismarck Wolves. So quickly run through the final stats here. Matthew Sickler, 5 of 8 for 30 yards and an interception. Malik Gilliard, 10 of 27 for 89 yards and an interception. They were led on the ground by Trey Walker, 5 carries, 12 yards. Gilliard had 3 for 9, and Marshall Campbell, 6 carries for 3 yards. Receiving, they were led by Kamari Suggs-Morgan, 7 catches, 62 yards. Trey Walker had a catch. J.T. Miles had a 14-yard reception. DeJohn Davis had 3 catches for 17. DeTavion Hawkins, 1 catch for 8 yards. Marshall Campbell, 2 for 18. And they were led defensively by Angelo Martins, 10 tackles. Terrence Winston also had 6, and Winston had 2 sacks on the day. So a much better job today by the Fargo Invaders offensive line all the way around, not giving up sacks. And, of course, my page just refreshed. So for the Fargo Invaders, Jameis Neal III led the way offensively, 10 out of 23 for 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, also added 7 carries for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. Delv Alger was 1 of 1 for 32 yards and a touchdown. Jeff Newberry was 1 of 2 for 6 yards, and William Tudman only got the 1 pass attempt that was incomplete. Rushing, Tudman had 1 carry for 14 yards. Brandon Jones, 8 carries for 20. Shane Sigler, 7 for 31. Tim Devaney, 1 carry, 5 yards. Clyde Bryant, 1 carry for 1 yard. Receiving, nice debut for Dev Alger as a receiver. 4 catches for 47 yards. Rod Stewart, 1 catch, 15 yards, and a touchdown. Nate Soto, 3 catches, all in the second half for 79 yards and 2 touchdowns. And John Bonney, pretty quiet today. 4 catches for 39 yards on the day. Defensively, the Invaders were led by Derek Alexander's 8 tackles. Jameis Neal had 6. Quinn Redmond, 5. Jared Miller, Nate Ellingson each had 4. We've got a couple guys at 3. Jermaine Armstrong had 6 tackles. Interceptions by Josh Gatling and Jordan Perkins. And sacks, half sack for Dominic Gussian, 1 sack for Jermaine Armstrong, 1 sack for Derek Alexander, half sack for Jared Miller, 1 sack for Cornelius Wallow, and 1 sack for Greg Stim. And kicking-wise today, Lazan Tahir, I guess they're going to, statistically, I guess Matt's doing it. He has him down as 2 for 2 for extra point kicking today. So, since people got places to go and things to do, that's all from Jim Gotta Stadium here, where your Fargo Invaders win today, move to 2-2 overall in the season, 2-1 in the Northern Elite Football League. Franco, any thoughts before I get out of here?
I think you covered it.
So we will join you on our next broadcast, should be June 12th, right here from Jim Gotta Stadium, where the Fargo Invaders take on the Bismarck Wolves. We'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in. For Matthew Franco, John Franco, and myself, Jay Stenman, you've been watching Fargo Invaders football on the Fire Network. Yep, you betcha. Bye.